Welcome back to News Now on PNC. Last night, UOG officially launched a book called The Massacre at Attate. The book is a memoir of a little-known rebellion against the Japanese by the men of Malesso, written by Malesso's Jose Torres with the help of UOG's Chamorro Studies program.
I started learning when I was 21. I'm 24 now. It only takes is dedication.
When people think about the Chamorro experience during World War II, we think about suffering and we think about resilience and we think about more suffering and then we think about more resilience and then we hear screaming and hollering and sometimes it's just way too much. And then once in a while you hear a story about somebody who said, no, we're not going to do this, we're going to take it into our hands.
And that's exactly what the people of Malesso did. After dozens were massacred at the Tinta and Faja areas of Malesso, other residents of the village rebelled against the Japanese and actually overthrew a Japanese command post there in Malesso.
The reason why I wrote the book is to preserve the history of what happened to the people of Malesso, which suffered more than anybody else. 46 of our men and women were killed.
Mr. Jose Torres was a 15-year-old boy during this time, and together with Dr. Michael Lujan Bavacqua and UOG's Chamorro Studies program, they have published a book of his memoirs from that little-known rebellion.
In the kitchen, I found some cooked bananas and breakfast, but I had lost my appetite and started to weep bitterly about thinking how the Japanese were cruelly treating us, my family and my aged grandmother most especially. This renewed and intensified hatred and contempt for the Japanese was to serve my psyche. Well, during the violent incident that I participated in the day after I had reached the Attate camp.
Last night, UOG held an official book launch and book signing in its lecture hall. Torres read excerpts from the book that explained why the people of Malesso became so enraged with their Japanese oppressors that they rebelled. And Torres was a part of that uprising against the Japanese in Malesso during World War II. Jose Tonko Regis organized that uprising of men in the village, and during broad daylight and with only one rifle, they attacked a Japanese command post, liberating their village. A group of 6, including Mr. Torres, then sailed out to sea to find help, and they discovered a U.S. fleet on the western coast of Guam where they provided military intelligence on the Japanese forces.